Hey, Queens, and welcome to Queens Around the Country. This is our show from my home to yours, where we are checking in on some of our favorite queens of all time to see how they're doing in quarantine, how they're holding up, and of course, find out what they think of this season of Drag Race. Today, we are traveling to Rochester, New York to visit a legendary queen from Drag Race Season 6. She turned it out as a frontrunner and a lip sync assassin on Drag Race, and she knows how to serve some face. Please join me in giving a big homosexual round of applause to the one and only cool waters of Darienne Lake.
Sorry, I was sleeping. I thought we were going live. Oh, was that the greatest video you've ever seen? Have you seen it?
I have, with the queen falling asleep. I saw it on your Instagram feed. For those who haven't seen it, what was that?
I know she was doing a little performance, working from home in her backyard, somewhere probably in Florida, and she was lip syncing for tips and things, and I guess she probably had a couple of cocktails and maybe smoked a little grass, and I guess when it was all done, she was just like, all right, well, that's that, and just tired. I'll sit here and then just fell asleep, and then eventually pulled her wig off, pulled the eyelashes off, just titty out, and for like 3 hours, just totally slept. And people were tweeting about it, and so I was actually waking up in the morning and I saw it, and so I was like, oh, this is the most exciting thing I've seen in a long time. Quarantine has gotten to me. Anything will amuse me at this point.
Right. How are you holding up? You're in your own house in Rochester.
Yes, I'm in my own house, all alone. My roommate bought a house back in December, so he and the cats moved out, so I've got nothing and nobody, and I don't like my neighbors enough to even wave at them. So it's just me, and sometimes the mailman will come by, and I'm like, hi, through glass. Yeah. So, and then of course the delivery people. So that's it. Nothing. Nobody. I've been so bored. I've called my parents like 4 times.
Oh my God! And you're famous for your impression of your mom. What's your mom like on the phone?
Yeah, she's like, hi, how are you? How's the car? How's the house? What are you doing? Well, how's the salon? I'm like, the salon's closed. Oh, they closed the salon? I'm like, yeah, we've got nothing. So yeah, it's every single job that I could possibly have has been canceled. So it's like the drag gigs, the Haters Roast tour, drag brunches, all of it's canceled. And then of course on top of that, doing the hair. So I don't know how long. And I guess Cuomo just said that for another month, so until May 15th. So we'll see.
Yeah, honey. I mean, you're one of the busiest queens around. Like you said, you're on tour. You still do your local gigs. Now, where are some of your local regular gigs that in Rochester?
Well, we do the drag brunch at Edibles. We do that a few times a month, and that has been so much fun. We've also been doing once a month comedy at the Carlson, where we're just doing a stand-up comedy routine. And then at Roar nightclub, just recently up, we were there every single week doing the RuPaul's Drag Race viewing party. So we started that, and then shit hit the fan, and so we've been doing that. So yeah, Roar just opened up probably like in November, so they've timed it real perfect.
Oh, that is rough.
Yeah.
Now tell me now, comedy at the Carlson, we were talking earlier, and you were saying that's a totally different type of show. It's stand-up. Kasha Davis started it.
Yeah, Kasha Davis and her friend Todd, he works at the comedy club. And so we've gone to the comedy club before, and sometimes you watch a comic and you're like, the people at our fucking shows are laughing so much more than these people in the audience. So we're like, we could do that. It's like every drag queen, somebody gets a gig that you want, and you're like, bitch, I could have done that. So so then we started this and sort of put our sets together, and we change it like just about every month. So coming up, and so we've been doing that once a month, selling it out, and we've been doing really well. Pandora was in town for the holidays, and so she asked if she could join, and again, we sold out the big room and we just had a great time. And then we've been looking for other girls that would be interested, and we had James Mansfield come in. So it's been a lot of fun. And then of course, some of our local girls as well that we know are funny and can grab a microphone and really interact with the audience, or, you know, have a really good solid set of comedy. So,
who are some of the local girls that are standing out to you currently?
well, of course, Wednesday Westwood. She's always been a huge standout for her unique and young perspective. I don't know that, you know, if she's perfect for RuPaul's Drag Race, definitely for Dragula. And I know that she can go through a lot of pain physically and mentally because we've given it to her over the years. It's fun, you know, it's part of the initiation here in Rochester. But, and then I get tired of saying Aggie June should be on RuPaul's Drag Race. She's the most talented person I know. Right now, she's been making masks for hospitals and stuff. She has clients who are nurses, and she actually dropped some off at my house and my friend's house and my old roommate's house. And I mean, they're really good. Like, she's putting like the wire in them so they'll mold around your face, and
wow.
And ties and stuff. So if you have a big head or a large wig, like everything will fit. So removable liners that they can be washed and stuff. So she's incredibly talented, and she's just like, wow, I can do this. You know, she's a take charge kind of person. If like a bomb goes off, she knows where to direct everybody and what to do and all that kind of stuff. So she's definitely one. And then the one queen who opened Roar is called Dee Dee Dubois, and she's something. No, she's a fully realized, like, colorful, wild character. And a lot of her girls, the local girls there, Kyla Mings and Daphne York. I mean, they're just a great bunch of girls. So, and that's the thing. Rochester's too small of a city for us to like have turf wars or fights. So we all just kind of get along no matter what. You know, it's like when you're in a house together with people, you have to get along.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. Now I think the viewers might wonder if is that the burning flames of hell behind you, or what?
Yes, exactly.
Tell me what that is.
Well, I know my mother always said that I was going to go to hell, and I'm sure when I go to hell, there'll be a special place for me, as I've heard. But this is actually part of my merch. Your mother darn sucks in hell. Yeah, so it's a drawing that I had done of myself, and it's going on t-shirts. And I've been talking to some people, Merch for Qweens, I think, and they're working on that. But I know that some stuff might come from China, so I'm just sort of waiting on some of that. So, yeah.
You must have, you and a lot of other queens have made big orders for your DragCon appearances and everywhere else that you would normally sell merch. So
yeah,
you're laying on a pile of t-shirts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's like, I remember my last, I was just selling them forever, and you always get the people who are like, oh, do you have it in this size or that color? And you're like, no. Like, oh, could you get it? And then you order it, and then they're nowhere to be found. You're like, what the fuck? Now I've got like, a gross of 5X t-shirts. I'm like, fuck you, fat bitch. I can say that because I'm a fat bitch, but I'm like, god damn it. So then I had a huge wardrobe for a while, all my own t-shirts. But I eventually got rid of them because I went to a gay pride, and there was a whole bunch of lesbians, and they like a nice blousey shirt.
God bless the lesbians.
God bless them. That's another thing too. All these gay prides getting canceled.
I know.
Oh, what are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
I was really looking forward to standing on a float, sucking in exhaust fumes from the thing for 12 hours in the sun.
Day after day. Yeah, yay!
Yes, Qween! I love you! And then get drunk and be like, girl, where's the cocaine? I'm like, I don't know. Give me some. I'm tired. Exhausted. But no, I love the gay prides. It's so much fun and huge audiences and stuff. So, but I don't know where they're going to move them all to. And I don't know. For Rochester, we have a small window. You've got from June until August, and that's it. Like, I don't know. I think it's still snowing here.
Wow.
Rochester is like a theme park. If the theme is sadness and despair, that's the theme here. It's the leaves fall off the trees, not because it gets cold, but because they die of boredom.
Darienne,
Yeah.
you're a PEG girl.
Yes.
You haven't done a digital drag fest show, but you told me you have been watching some of the other
Yes. Yeah, I watched Ben de la Crème's. I watched Kasha Davis's, Pandora's. I've watched who does Delta Works. So, you know, I wanted to get a feel for what the digital drag show would be like before I decided to do one. Initially, when this whole thing happened, I thought, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to the break a little bit. Like, I don't mind, you know, sitting around doing nothing for a while, you know, just kind of having a rest, relax. I've cleaned my drag room. I've cleaned out my garage. You know, it's so I'm all set to go. I've been making a couple of new things. I'm not like a huge, like, I'm not a fashion designer and stuff. I'm like, I have no idea what fashion is. So, yeah, so I've been like trying to keep myself busy, anything to keep myself away from the fridge, which, you know, it's tough. But yeah, I don't know what the question was. I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent.
Are you going to do your own digital drag show?
Yeah, digital drag show. Yeah, so I'm thinking about it. I've been trying to put together some ideas and thoughts when I'm not wasting time looking at hot dudes on TikTok. So I've been, what the hell? Is everybody like a hot, muscly, like gay boy or something? Where do these people come from?
Right.
So anyway, so I've been like trying to put ideas together and write. You know, it helps with writing my comedy show for the Carlson. So I've been doing that. Because I don't really want to do like a lip sync show. So I think there's something about interacting with the audience live that's a little bit better, you know. So that's why I've been so hesitant to do one of those. It's just, I'm not going to be, you know, dancing around in my living room with like a sheet, like a twin sheet, like, you know, hung up in the background as like my curtain. Right. Like, woo! Look, I got special effects, water, you know.
Are you cooking a lot? I saw you were ordering in from Edibles, which is
okay. There's no need to judge me on my to-go orders, but yeah, wow, rude. They're all locale. So yeah, I've been trying to support the local businesses and stuff. Edibles is where we do our drag brunch, and you know, I love the food there. They have a really good chicken French, which apparently is a Rochester local dish. It's not just about garbage plates, but we have this thing where it's, you know, it's chicken in like this buttery lemon sauce. It's so good. It's breaded, and then sometimes you can serve it over anything. You know, pasta, broccoli, whatever you want, rice. So it's so I ordered that last week. I'm trying to, like, you know, not do it too much. Because I am trying to diet, stay away from the shitty foods, and then some other local restaurants as well. So yeah, I've been doing that to support local business, and doing what I can. Ooh.
What do you think of Drag Race this season, honey?
It's horrible. I hate it.
Faces.
No, it's actually, I'm really entertained by it. I think it's great. Like, I watch the seasons every single year, and it's interesting that I feel like a lot of these girls are really standouts, even the ones who've gone home early. Like last year, when they brought some girls back or whatever, I didn't realize that like 2 of them didn't come back or something. Like a lot of the girls that came out early, I couldn't tell you who went out early. Like, I was just like, okay. Like, I was forgetting the contestants while the show was still on.
Right.
Which was, you know, this year though, I mean, how could you forget, you know, Aiden Zane with that one wig, which I don't mind, because I don't mind, like I was talking about Coco Peru, how she's had one wig and it's a style, it's an iconic thing. You know, Lady Bunny, always big blonde hair. So, you know, I'm fine with that. But yeah, a lot of the girls who are early outs, you know, Dahlia Sin, they keep showing her up as broccoli, which is fun. And, you know, Rakib Sakura, who could, you know, we've all seen the video online.
Oh.
So, but you know what? Hey, no shame. Look, if I had a body like that, you'd see me at Folsom getting it on, having a good time. Yeah. So cheers to that. Woo.
What did you think of the whole Sherry Pie scandal and cutout?
It's so crazy to me. Like, well, I mean, there are so many different levels of crazy. I was actually looking it up, and she's 27 years old. Because I thought, like, she should be old enough to know better about this. But I'm like, she's 27. That seems like, I don't know, such a young age to me. And for it to go on for so long like it did, that's just sort of crazy. It's this web of lies. And if Robbie Turner is going to get canceled for, you know, a lie about Uber, I mean, this is fucking major, you know? Yeah. So, and I don't know the story, like, and, you know, there's always like his side, her side, and the truth or whatever. So whatever. But I think it definitely threw the people, the producers and editors of RuPaul's Drag Race completely for a loop. So I think they're handling it good in a way. I don't know why that Sherry still has a presence on Instagram or anything, because I'm thinking this is career suicide. This is 100% gone. I don't know how people are going to be like, okay, we'll let you back into our lives. Because, I mean, it's been 2 years and Robbie Turner's still gone. So,
right.
And it was a lie about Uber, like, you know, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe she lied about a lot more and I just don't know. So I thought that was definitely crazy. And the other thing that I think is really interesting about this whole Sherry Pie thing is that they're editing her out of the show, but clearly she's like a front runner and she's doing really well. So it's amazing that you can take something and make it nothing. So that's the thing about like editing a show and being creative. You can take something that's something and make it into nothing, or you can take nothing and make it into something. You could take a look and turn it into a huge fight that goes on to that people are just like, you know, 6 years later, fuck you, why were you mean to Ben de la Creme? Yeah. Like, oh my God, seriously? Like, you know, so, you know, it's editing can be very creative and create things, and it can also, you know, diminish things as well. So I think that's becoming very apparent in this season with Sherry Pie. It's like, you know, clearly she's doing pretty good. So we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, you are a Snatch Game superstar. Everybody wants
thank you.
Paula Deen. What did
thank you?
Oh, can you give us a little Paula Deen?
No, I don't know why people say I'm racist. This morning I had some black coffee and a Mexican omelet and some French toast. You know, I think my interactions were so much better than my answers, so that's why they use that instead of my answers and stuff. People are like, you were barely in it. So, but yeah. But it was fun. Yeah, Snatch Game. Oh yeah, the Snatch Game this year, which I've even given some of my friends who are auditioning ideas for Snatch Game. And one of the ones that I gave Aggie Dune was Katharine Hepburn and doing the whole thing. And then also, you know, Katharine Hepburn, she was a strong lady and she wore pants, you know, she was a strong woman and she did not wear dresses. She wore pants because she's a feminist. And so that whole thing or whatever. And then also she could totally do a thing where her writing was perfect and then just have the thing and be like, there must have been an earthquake. You know, I don't know, something silly. So yeah, there's just so many characters and things that people could be. And I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm old. When Crystal Method said Poppy, I was like, what the fuck? I have no idea. So, but even if you take somebody like Poppy that nobody knows and make it like crazy or insane, I mean, Alicia Keys, when what's her name did Alicia Keys, and she made her sort of like this like tough, like lesbian-y sort of thing. It's, you know, you create a character. So yeah, unlike Aiden Zane, who just sort of that was bad. But you know, that's the best part. That's, I mean, more than the laughter from some of the jokes that the girls tell, it's the shady, just like blank stares, you know.
Yeah,
that really what killed, because I'm like, oh, this is awkward, you know. That's what I love so much. I love a comedy show that's like that. So.
Yeah. What did you think of the Madonna Rusical?
I liked it. I really liked it. I thought it was interesting, like, because especially the way that they're sort of editing it, you know, when they edit a show, you have to show people who you think might be in the bottom, you know, and then sort of make a thing where you're like, oh, well, they should have been in the bottom. But I'm thinking, well, you know, they're sort of editing it in a way so you question if they should be in the bottom. And then also questioning to see like who should be in the top. So it really looked like Jan was a front runner. Like she wanted this, she was excited about it, she was so happy, and then she didn't get it, and it's just, like just that crack, that face crack, you know, you're trying, you know, try and be happy for the other girl, but you're just not. You're just like, fuck you. So that was, and then, yeah, and then Britta having to lip sync, you know, against, who's she lip sync against?
Heidi and
yeah, Heidi in Closet. Yeah. Or did she do well? I can't remember who else was in the bottom. No, no, Aiden Zane and Britta lip synced against each
that
other.
was right.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Oh no, the Rusical was, God, I don't know. It just happened and I've already forgotten.
I know. This last one was Britta versus Heidi.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm like, oh, because Heidi wasn't good in the Rusical. All right. Yeah.
Well, she was good, but she wasn't quite as Madonna-like as the other girl.
Yeah. So
that was a pretty like they're both powerhouses. It was definitely a tough matchup. I wasn't sure who was going to go home.
Yeah, completely. So yeah, and now I'm just waiting for them to do like a Dolly Parton Rusical or something. You know, they'd had the Cher one, so Dolly Parton I think should be next, maybe All Stars or something. That'd be a good idea. You know.
Now we have some questions from our patrons and fans of yours. Speaking of All Stars, David Abercrombie asked, would you consider an All-Star season?
I would consider an All-Star season. Absolutely. It'd be fun to get back into it. And, you know, there's definitely some things that I need to work on, but it would be fun to have that ready and locked and loaded to go if and when they call me. So yeah, that'd be fun.
How would you prepare?
You know, you got to prepare like getting outfits together, getting looks together, you know, having just everything be completely polished. Also prepare sort of, you know, like, I mean, even just listening to music, you know, you turn on your Spotify or something or Pandora and put on RuPaul Radio, and all those songs that come up usually end up being lip sync for your life songs, you know. And then you can also prepare just by going through a season and you know, when they have a mini challenge, be like, you know what, I'm going to do that mini challenge and I'm going to do it and I'm going to practice it. And this is what I'm going to come up with. And you can pause the show and go through it and be like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. And pretend that you're on the show, pretend that you're a contestant, go through the motions. Like, okay, we're going to make this outfit out of whatever. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to practice. And so just practice runs, I think, would really help. And I mean, these days it's, you know, you got to come in there spending tens of thousands of dollars on your outfits, your looks, you know, so and you have to prepare yourself that you're going to be there for the long haul. It's a lot more outfits than before, and how you can fit it all in a fucking 5 suitcases, I have no idea.
Right. So, 50-pound limit.
Yeah. Like, sure, it's 50 pounds on the moon, you know. So I would definitely like ship a lot of stuff out to like California and then be like, oh yeah, it's 50 pounds. Sure. So, so yeah, that, and then also, I mean, you just really can't be prepared for it. Everybody thinks that they know that what they would do, but when you get there, it's totally different. So.
Vidal asked, what do you think of queens who complain about getting a bad edit? Is that valid?
Yeah, to an extreme. Well, it's yeah, some queens do get a bad edit. You know, I don't think I had the greatest edit of all, but I'm not going to complain about it. I mean, I'm still, you know, traveling the world and doing all that stuff or whatever, and booked and blessed, honey, booked and blessed. I mean, yes. You know, I feel bad for some of these season 12 girls because that $1,200 stimulus check is the biggest thing they're going to get all this year. You know, just locked away. So you know, it's you know, yeah, I can definitely see, like, you know, with the whole Sherry Pie thing, you know, you can create something out of nothing and nothing out of something. So I think that, yeah, to a degree, but then also, you know, it's good for the show. It's entertaining. Even if it's a bad edit, who cares? You know, just own it. Be like, all right, whatever. It's a fucking
Right.
bitch. They didn't feed me that day. I was hungry. I was bored. You know, I didn't take my antidepressants.
And last but not least, from our YouTube live chat, Sasha Flick.
Oh, I hate her. No. Hi, Sasha.
You got her to say yay, she hates you. She would love to hear the classic tale of how you got your drag name.
Oh, wow. So, we used to go to this restaurant called The Princess, and it was where all the drag queens would hang out after the show. So we wanted to be there as well. And so we were there, and all the drag queens were there. And one of them pulled off her heels. Her name was Onyx. She lives down in Texas right now. And so I just saw her not too long ago. And so she put her shoe on the table, and it was like this humongous shoe. So I put it on, and I was walking around. I was like, woo! And they were like, oh, you could be a closet queen. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. And I'm like, oh, we're going to put you in drag. So there was an after hours party after breakfast. So we went to this. So Onyx was trying to sleep with, or just fool around with, this other drag queen, Mahogany's boyfriend. And she was out of town. So we were hanging out at his house. And so I went into the bathroom, and I saw all this makeup that was Mahogany's. And these two queens, Connie St. Helens and Kim Sierra, saw me playing in the makeup, and they're like, oh, let's put you in drag right now. So they put me in drag, and I look like Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray. And they're like, you should be Tracy Turnblad. And I was like, that's God, just the worst name. And they're like, okay, we'll be Ricky Lake. And I didn't want to be Ricky Lake because it was already somebody else's name. And they're like, all right, be like her sister, Darienne Lake. And Darienne Lake is a theme park in between Rochester and Buffalo, New York. So anyone under 12 rides for free, but you got to be that tall. So, you know, lots of thrills and excitement. So that's how I got Darienne Lake. So I was like, yeah.
A tale for the ages. I always love hearing that story.
You know, 2 tons of fun of twisted steel and sex appeal.
Darienne, people can get you on Cameo. They can find you on Instagram at Darienne Lake.
Yes, and also Starzana, which is also another. It's very similar to Cameo, but there's more things that you can do. Like if you want me to, you know, like your post or give you a shout out on Instagram, or if you want me to like judge your drag queen pageant or photo, or just want to send me a photo and be like, what do you think? You know, there's a price for everything. You know, or if you want to send me a text, you know, there's a price for that too. So if you want to like talk to me, and usually after somebody texts me and pays for it, I usually keep it open, you know, so they can free text back and forth until I get tired of them. You know, if they talk too much or whatever, and then I block them. I don't block them. I'll turn off the free.
Right.
I'm like, it's, you know, I mean, luckily I was smart enough to like put a little money aside, but give me a couple more months in quarantine, and I'm probably gonna like start panic shopping again on Amazon.
Right.
So, you know.
Well, Darienne,
down to my last roll.
Oh my God!
Have you seen the size of my ass?
Darienne, hold on tight to that toilet paper, sweetie. We love you. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Always a delight to talk to you. And thanks to all of our viewers, and especially our patrons who can join us on Patreon. And at the $10 level, you can ask questions to the Queen, just like Sasha, David, and Vidal did. We'll see you next time, everybody. Stay safe. Bye, Queens.
Bye.